emulates the late 1960s Mustang Fastback, but lest you think that this is another throwback Mustang, Ford is on a mission to prove that it's a horse of a different color. So saddle up, let's take a look. The redesign is more of an evolution than a revolution, but if you park this Mustang alongside the outgoing one, it does look a lot sleeker, kind of wider, ground hugging a little bit more. Certain elements along the front we call other Fords. You see a lot of Ford Taurus kind of in the headlights, the way they sort of snake around. As you get around the side, the big news is the fastback roofline. It goes all the way into the trunk. Combine that with a much smaller looking cabin in terms of the glass around there, and this Mustang definitely looks a lot sleeker than its predecessor. Let's take a look inside and see how that affects visibility. Visibility is okay. The rear window still pretty big, pretty easy to see out of back there, and the C-pillars are not too thick. Neither are the A-pillars, but you do get a little bit of Chevy Camaro effect here with the windshield sloping all the way back, so it is kind of low, not a ton of glass to see through. The Mustang retains the twin-mount dashboard that defined the earlier